What's up, guys? The Real Fool here. I hope you're having a good day. And today's topic is going to be about why I think marriage is a scam. So, I've been thinking about this for a while, actually a real long time, and it doesn't make any sense to me why men today in America are still getting married. It has no benefit for them. For the women, it has a benefit. But for men, all it's doing is putting them in a situation where they can have their money taken from them, their time, and really put them in a bad position for the rest of their life if the marriage ends. So the first reason why I think marriage is a scam is because if you're a man, you get absolutely nothing out of it. Like, honestly, think about this. If you're dating someone and you really like them, you think it's the love of your life, even that scenario where you think you found the perfect girl, what is the point of getting married? Honestly, like what do you actually get from it? You get nothing that you can't already have in just a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. Seriously, think about that. That blows my mind. Like I just that one fact alone, I don't understand why people get married. I think because of like societal pressures, but it doesn't even make sense to me because some people are like, oh, I'll ask people this, and no one ever has a reason. No one ever has a reason why they want to get married, except for tax break, which brings me on to my next point, which is the government incentivizes people to get married. Okay, so whenever I ask my buddies why they want to get married, the only reason, I kid you not, the only reason they can tell me why they want to get married or why they would ever get married is because of the government tax breaks. I've asked at least 50 people that, and that's what everyone always tells me. So, just some examples of the tax breaks the government gives you if you're married is if you, at the end of the year, whenever you get your taxes deducted, you get some money back. On average, married people they get a higher percent deduction, so they get more money back at the end of the year. And also, just another benefit is that if you're married to someone and you die, you can leave them all your money and it's not taxed by any sort of death tax, which I think the Donald got rid of anyways, but I'm not entirely sure about that. So that might not even be a benefit anymore, but I think it still gets taxed, maybe just not as much. But it doesn't get taxed if you give it to your spouse. So, like, for example, if I have a bunch of money saved up, like I'm a millionaire or something in the future, and I want to give it to my brother and I die, he's got to pay taxes on like the $1 million or however much I have. But if you're married and you die, your wife can have all the money absolutely tax free, which is that's pretty crazy to me. Also, marriage is really just a contract between you and the government. I think the whole institution of marriage is still being. I mean, obviously, there's people, making it look like it's a great thing. There's tons of industry. The wedding industry is built around it, like marriages, diamonds. Diamonds are totally useless. Jewelry is totally useless. It's totally worthless, and everyone's buying it for the marriage. Like that. That's the reason why I think marriage is staying afloat because all these industries that are built on it, they need to have marriage because it's what's holding it all together. So the gut, like, man, I don't even. There's just so much BS along with marriage. So marriage is really just a contract, excuse me, between you, your spouse, and the government. So if you love your spouse, why does the government need to get involved at all? Like, what business does the government have in any relevance to your relationship? It should have none. But that's what marriage is. It's just a contract between you and the state. That way, that when you get divorced, you have to pay all these lawyer fees and these other fees, and the state takes money out of it from the court fees and stuff. That's why I don't think marriage laws and divorce laws will ever be changed, because the people that change these laws are the lawyers and the court systems themselves, and they benefit greatly whenever people get divorced. They make a lot of money, so I don't think the court systems are ever going to get changed. And it's never going to get fixed. I can't see this ever getting fixed. Not that it even needs to be fixed, because marriage doesn't need to exist in the first place, as I mentioned. But let me just go on to my next point. My next point is a reason not to get married, not so much as why marriage is pointless, even though it is, which is the main point that I keep going back to. But 50% of marriages end in divorce. Okay? 50%. So I know you're thinking, oh, that's not going to happen to me, right? Everyone always thinks that they're the exception to the rule. I forget what that's called. That's some sort of psychological thing. It has a name, but I can't remember. But basically, you always think nothing's gonna happen to me, right? If you're a smoker and you see all these people smoking, getting like cancer and stuff, you're like, that's not gonna happen to me. I'm not gonna get cancer from smoking. But of course, it could happen to you. You're not special. You're just another person. But anyways, I'll let me say something that I heard Bill Burr say, which was really great. If you were going skydiving and someone told you, oh, you have a 50% chance of your parachute not opening when you jump out of this plane, Would you still go skydiving? No, absolutely you wouldn't if you knew there was a 50% chance you were going to die. I mean, if you get married, there's a 50% chance that your wife is going to take half your stuff. Okay? And you might have to pay alimony, and you might have to pay some other fees, and your life could be ruined. There could be tons of other stuff. Or you could be, that statistic, 50% of all marriages end in divorce. That's not even saying how many marriages stay together but aren't happy. Okay? That's just how many of them actually go through of getting a divorce. A lot of those marriages that stay together, both the people could hate each other, but they just stay married for the kids or whatever, societal reasons. They think they need to have it. I don't know. People are crazy. That never makes sense to me that people don't do what they want. I would never let someone or something or someone's ideals hold me back from doing whatever I want. But let's just get on to some other negative things for if you get a divorce, which is in most alimony cases, the wife, this is what it says online, the wife gets 20 to 35% of a husband's net taxable income. So just to give you an example, this would be like kind of with that. It depends obviously on how much money you make. But if a husband makes $5,000 a month, the wife will get $1,650 a month. So that's a lot of money just to get for doing nothing, just for being married. The whole idea of alimony is crazy to me, right? Why, just because you were married to someone, why should you have to pay them for the rest of their life? And I know not all alimony is like that, but a lot of it is that. If you marry a girl, and she stays with you to whatever the state's amount is where she can collect alimony for the rest of her life, she'll do that, then divorce you, then just get paid for the rest of her life for doing nothing. Now, obviously, the exception, I think most alimony cases, the wife can't get alimony if she's cheating on you with someone at the time. Or you have to be able to prove that, though, too. So who even knows how a court's going to rule on that? Or it's a certain amount of time. But if the wife remarries, then you don't have to pay alimony anymore. But why would she get married again if she's getting, $1,600 a month doing nothing? And also, the wife can actually work and still get alimony in some cases. So your spouse, after she divorces you and starts to take, 20 to 35% of your income every month, she can still work in some cases and make more money on top of that, which is insane. Also, according to U.S. law, a wife is entitled to get 50% of her husband's properties acquired after the marriage. Now, that's what I found online, but I also, I've seen some cases where they just take half of whatever they have up front. So I don't know. I don't think that was a accurate statistic I found online, because so I don't know if you guys watch Shark Tank, but Robert Herjavec, the one, he was like some industrialist or something, or maybe he was, I don't know. But basically, I was looking up all the Shark Tank people's net worth one time. And it's kind of amazing because Mark Cuban is worth so much more than all the rest of them. But I looked up his net worth, and it said $100 million. And I looked at some other article. He used to be worth $200 million. Then his wife divorced him, and she got $100 million from the divorce just for being married to him. That just makes me mad, okay? There's no way anything she did helped contribute to him making that much money, okay? That's just insane. That is insane, guys. I'll just end it there. This was my first video. Let me know how I did. I just kind of rambled on why I think marriage was a scam. I'm probably gonna try and make a lot more videos. This was good. I like just talking about stuff. But if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and leave me a comment about why you think marriage is a scam. I'll probably get into in other videos how all the industries around marriage are a scam and other things are a scam. Or just basically more things along this line. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks.